All right, so I am making a panel, just a block off panel for this truck. That's where the AC unit went. And I already made a cardboard template kind of over there. And I've got this, and I have one of these. I've never used it before. This is completely my first time. It's got some dies. I don't think they're really for this. This is, these are like Delring or some plastic. This is the piece. I'm gonna draw out some lines, lay out some lines, and then I'm gonna, it's gonna be very simple. I've never used before. This thing is the Jamey Jordan Signature Series. I bought it off of Marketplace for a really good deal from a really nice guy. And it's got forward, reverse, on, off, pedal control. I didn't even touch, this is just how I bought it from the guy. So he must have put this on. I haven't messed with it. I'm just gonna use these same dies. I guess there's it's like a step die. So let's see if I can do this. So first I just wanted this die, looks like it's like about 500 thou. And I think it's gonna move over, and I want the bend to start going down about at 1 inch. So I just put this is a cheap Harbor Freight caliper, and so just that way I can get a nice line. So I just scored it all around the perimeter to make my first line. I'm gonna make 2 little pockets and just see what that looks like. But initially, this is what I'm starting with as my base design. So next, I'm gonna do some kind of design from maybe here to here. That's gonna kind of go down here, and then I'm gonna work off of that and make my lines. So I just kind of eyeballed where this corner is on this piece and kind of the break right there. I put a center line down it, and then I just put this ruler on here, and then I just set this to 500 thou, and then I just use this part of the caliper, and then scored that side, went like that, line that up, scored that side. So this is probably about 1 inch. I don't know, to at least visually it should look okay. Now I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna do all of it with the permanent marker, and then make round. I'm gonna use like this and maybe this, whatever, something round to make my round edges here and see what that looks like. All right, so that's my preliminary, is that a word, design. Instead of following this taper, I'm just gonna put a round on it. I don't wanna deal with that, and it'll visually be fine once it's mounted. I think I'm gonna probably gonna use a washer, or maybe this, I got this guy. So I'll probably use this edge here for my round. Since I don't know really how to use this, I don't want to make my bends too sharp and whatever, so that my design, so that it's not, I can't do it. I just don't have the skills for it. But this should be easy. This will be round here. So let me just finish this up. I'll mark all that up, and once I have that, that's basically going to be the look of it. And right. So here's what I got. I think it'll look all right. All right, so I gotta pick a spot to start. So maybe there. And yeah, we'll just go there and walk it around and see what happens. I guess this will be my termination point. I'll go woo, go around. Maybe I have to go around maybe 2-3 times. We'll be tightening this back up. Gotta count how many times you tighten it. So, you know, whatever you do, once it touches, you know, count that, maybe call that 0, and then start counting your half turns, or, you know, full turns, or whatever you're trying to get. But this is 18 gauge, so I'm gonna probably have to go around it twice, I imagine. It's pretty thick, so we'll see. So I'm gonna start in a bit. All right, on this 18 gauge, I touched and I did 2.5 turns. So I kind of messed up the way I laid out the lines. I should have, anyways, I had to change the line over this way because the way it lands, it would have been too narrow and there would be no step. So I just moved it. So far so good. So there's the panel. Kind of screwed up, but you know, learning. I would have wanted this wider, like there, but I got to take into account that probably best to do a dry run. So came out pretty cool. Always do a dry run before. I would have wanted this to be wider, but you know, learning curve, but it doesn't look bad. And you know, got a panel, and literally this is the first time I used it. These plastic ones actually worked on the 18 gauge. It's probably better on aluminum. I'll have to look into it, but it worked. I just turned this down on my corners, slowed it down, but came out pretty good.